Hey, what's happening? It's Spencer. I'm hanging out with my buddies again. It's episode 4. Today we're going to be talking about spraying, IPM, and cannabis.
So, guys,
Ramon. Go ahead, Jose, start it off.
Yeah, this is a topic that I really want to get into.
Dude, what's your name?
Jose.
No, okay.
No, this is a topic that I really want to go into because I've seen a lot of opinions about this. I mean, I believe there's no right or wrong. It depends how you like to spray, but I don't think overspraying a plant is great for the plant either than people say, hey, you know what? Can you come in, take a look at my plants? They have powdery mildew. All right, man, how much are you spraying? Oh, 80 gallons in that room. I'm like, how much? 80 gallons. Like, what the fuck are these guys just throwing the water in the walls? Or like, what are they doing, you know? I believe a spray with a 20-gallon spray should be enough to cover everything and still should be good. But I think people might think or understand that more gallons means more product in the plant, and that's not how it works. Or what do you think about that?
I'm going to need a minute to rant, all right? So, give me a sec here.
No, that's good. It's all good.
So, I think that there's a large variance in the spraying of cannabis, and I think there's a large variance in the spraying of agriculture crops, right? And this begins with plant size, right? So, when we put transplants in the field, I got a bunch of 4 to 6 inch transplants in an agriculture field. I don't spray the same amount of chemistry on that transplant that I do on a plant that's 3 foot tall on a trellis that's fully developed.
Yeah.
Right? So we have to talk about use rates and square footages based upon volume and based upon rates of pesticide.
Yeah, it's like if we're gonna come in a veg, we're not gonna spray 50 gallons in a veg room that's the same size as a flower room. You get me? Like, there's no. It's possible. Is it gonna be just because you're spraying more water and more on the plants doesn't mean it's gonna have a better effect on it, or at least that's what I think. I'm not. It's one of the opinions out there.
Sorry.
Maybe it's about also like how you see the room and how the pest pressure is, because maybe that's how the growers see. Oh, I have more pests. Spray more, but that's not the.
Well, I feel like if there is a lot of pest pressure or you have a lot of pest pressure, it shouldn't be like, yeah, drench the fuck out of those plants. It's like, all right, you spray it today, you wait 1 or 2 days, you hit it again. So, I mean, what is it going to do if you really drench the plants? I was like,
well, I think a lot of what we need to recognize is like basic foundations of square footage and water output, right? So my personal opinion is like 10 feet wide and 10 feet long is 100 square feet, right? Now, 100 square feet on top of a table typically requires 1 gallon of material. So you use 1 gallon of water for 10 square feet. Now, if you are to do that on just a flat cement floor, you will quickly cover that cement floor. But if the plants are at this size, right, you might start going, oh, okay, I'm using the correct amount. If you go to this size, then you'll definitely know, like, look, with 1 gallon of water in this 10 square feet, the plant's at 36 inches in height, I can fully, like, put that waxy looking sheen all over all these plants in this square footage. Now, if you're somebody who owns a cannabis facility, you already kind of like get your rates and stuff like that. But it's always good to know these things, right? If you don't know how much water it takes to spray X amount of square feet in your facility, or you don't have an approximation of it, I would consider that somewhat of an issue.
You know what I think that it's, I don't want to start something like controversy out there, but I think it does happen in most facilities, is that people who hire their own IPM team, let's be honest, if they hire somebody to do their IPM, what is a guy, if he's doing by hourly, you get me? What does the guy want to do there? Waste a whole fucking day spraying because doesn't want to be spraying in other rooms. So, and I say this because we've been in places where this happens, where we got there, we started spraying our own stuff, and I was told, hey, bro, this was too quick. And to my thinking, I was like, well, this is how I do it every single time, you know, but show me how you're doing it. Maybe we can figure it out. And owner would come in or the girl would come in and be like, hey, man, no, you're right. It's not that it was too fast or it's not that you guys wasted less than you were supposed to. It's like the guy was probably just fucking walking in there, throwing all the water he wanted because he didn't want to do anything else that day. You get me? So that's why I feel like the growers or the manager out there that don't know how to really look into the IPM area, they believe that they're hiring somebody in the IPM area. They're like, oh, yeah, the guy knows what he's doing. So that's why everybody thinks let's do a lot of water, let's do a lot of product, and all that product is just being out there throwing to waste.
Or he'll just get lazy and he'll postpone the spray. Like, I don't have time today. Let's do it tomorrow. Or let's say it's a double stack room. There's spider mites on top. He'll be like, I don't feel like scouting on top. I'm gonna leave it for tomorrow. It's gonna infest.
Yeah, we didn't get into a topic of scouting. I think that's a topic we would probably like should get into a little bit too.
Yeah.
So scouting is one of the most important things out there. And scouting, if scouting a room that's already infested, is stop your scout if you're gonna scout anywhere else. I think people don't understand that either. Like, oh yeah, well, I walked to flower room 1 and I saw mites. Well, let me take a look at flower room 2. Like, stop your shit there. Like, if you already see something infested, or please go change, or we wear PPE when we scout. And I mean, it's not that you're throwing every suit away every single time, but at least you know that if you find something out in the room that's
Yeah, dump that suit.
you just dump that suit. So it's a really smart thing to do as well.
I mean, I rarely run into other pest control advisors or like high-ranked federal licensed scouts or entomologists in cannabis, right? A lot of my customers don't even know what their bugs are.
Yeah.
They know a thrip is a thrip, but they don't know, is it a western flower thrip? Is it a potato thrip? They don't know what kind of aphids are. They're like, well, it's a root aphid. Or they'll call like a bang aphid. They call that like a thing. And then, so we got like then we have green peach aphids.
Yeah.
Like we've seen green peach aphids. We'd seen,
We've
bang aphid is a cannabis aphid. Sorry.
Remember the one we saw that was like a crazy kind of like combination of aphids, because it was like,
I was like, yeah, but like we've seen aphids, we've seen green peach aphids and bang aphids interact with root aphids. I mean, I've been up north. I've experienced all that in Denver, pymetrozine up there.
that's crazy to think that how resistant everything got because of all that shit that was supplied up there.
Yeah, and then like we live in Coachella. All of us have been conventionally farming in Coachella for a long time, right? Like me, like almost like 20 years, right? When have we ever seen root aphids in Coachella farming tomatoes or bell peppers? I ain't never seen.
I have never seen anything.
Yeah, so my question is like when root aphids show up in cannabis grows in the middle of a city, I don't think they came from that area, especially here in SoCal. It's 110 degrees outside.
Yeah, they wouldn't be here for.
I don't think root aphids are outside. I think those just get directly dropped off. But I don't have a lot of proof on that.
It's another topic to go through.
What I just said, you can't like take to court or anything. That's just me spitting, what I think is facts.
They're like, oh, just root aphids. It's root aphid, but they don't know. You can have a yield loss just because of that.
Yeah, man. A root aphid is
it's a nightmare.
Big issue. 20% economic loss.
On the low.
On the low. If it shows up as a transplant with root aphids on it, that's 20% on the low loss.
Yeah, no. And that's the thing. We've been seeing a lot of that issues happen, and it just sucks to say that maybe, I don't know if it's the industry that don't see it as bad or doesn't think like, hey, yeah, we're fucked. Or
yeah, I met people that are like, yeah, we live with root aphids. I'm like,
how the
what? Like, that's like, could you imagine a bell pepper grower being like, no, dog, those are leaf miners. We'll
get.
Oh, dude, there's leaf miners on weed too. I forgot to tell. I saw that out of state. That's what I was asking. I was like, and they were asking me like, what do we do? And I was like, well, I don't know. And then here, let's talk about this. Spinosad, like Conserve and Trust, Radiant, all those products, or that Captain Jack's Spinosad. It's like a red label at Home Depot. Yeah. Spinosad's huge in California, not allowed. In other states, I can't remember the exact states, but someone could comment or something. But Spinosad's allowed on weed.
It was allowed on.
Yeah, it was allowed there. I forgot where it was. Somewhere in that area, but Spinosad was legal, and I was like, oh shit, you can use Spinosad. Yeah, that'll kill leaf miners.
No,
remember Spinosad? The way you sell that at a big chemical company, it's 3 bugs, 1 jug, and I think that came from it kills all worms or a lot of them. It kills your leaf miners, and it kills, what was that last thing?
It's worms, leaf miners,
Thrips.
Yeah.
And thrips. Yeah, it smokes thrips. And that's the other thing. Like, so think about this. Like, here's the thought. So, like, let's say 2015, but way before that, people were using spinosad, and now it's 2026, and everyone keeps using spinosad. Oklahoma, crazy amounts of spinosad use, maybe. And then they use spinosad for 10 years. Now all the thrips, you spray spinosad on them and they don't die.
Resistant.
Yeah. So it's like, ugh. And then people go, well, it's a super thrip. And I'm like, oh, you're a spinosad user. And they're like,
how do you know?
How do you know? And I'm like, aye. So, yeah, busted. So, that's a deep, dude, that's like how, like some very low, I think, viewers are going to understand
Well,
that.
I'm going to throw something out there too. It's like when some viewers are going to understand this too, when people were using ivermectin for spider mites.
Chill. All right, be very careful with that
No.
because we grow conventional ag.
No, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But
Cool.
but I'm saying, like, I'm sure that there's people out there that was using that active ingredient for mites, and what happened after so many uses.
You know, ivermectin is why I'm locked up in this house, right? I mean, I think you guys can kind of back me on this. Like, I've had very negative interactions with people about pulling stuff off of their shelves. I mean, like, you know, I'm talking to people that have no idea how dangerous the chemicals are. And I'm like, dude, this stuff is dangerous.
So just think about it this way. I mean, like, we've been to this topic multiple times, but think about it the way it's happening. Like, it's so fucking dangerous. But imagine to get it, for it to become resistant, how much do you have to use it?
A lot.
So back to me freaking out,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
me losing my mind and being like,
It's
like going to a farm and then like totally an illegal farm, and then they're spraying ivermectin all over the place. And I'm like, I wanted to go there to check the phytotoxic effects of ivermectin on cannabis, because I wanted someone, if someone were to ever ask me like, yo, do people really use like Avid or other products? And because I don't, like, there's no documentation like spraying ivermectin on weed. I didn't know that it wouldn't kill it, right? Like, I would, like, ivermectin, I was like, dude, that stuff smells like ass.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't want to put, like, I was just like, ivermectin smells so shitty. Like, I wouldn't want to put that on weed. I never really thought of that as an option. And then I saw people using it, and I was very entertained by, like, I wonder if that works. So I would go over there, take pictures, and be like, doing low key, like, science work to be like, hey, man, I've seen this. And then coming back, and they spray ivermectin, and the mites are alive. And then I'm like, oh, it's just late onset. Right, like, because you and I have seen bell peppers and sprayed ivermectin, then you wait like 72 hours, and then they're all dead. So then I come back like 3 days later, and the mites are flared.
Once you see those mites turn into the cone from the right side and the cone to the left side, and they just start swinging up and down, you're like, shit, this just turned from 50 to 100 real quick.
Overnight,
we'll see like the Spider-Man just went around there.
pickle.
You'll see every single web, and they're really bad.
I remember we walked into a place like that. There's shit, was Spider-Man in here last night. Like, you would literally turn off the lights, because we walked in and they were like, oh shit, can't see shit. The craziest part, like, they're like, hey, you know what? They put like they put water on the sprayer. We sprayed everything, and everywhere was just flared up with fucking mites.
Then people just don't think it's bad, but it is bad.
I think that's one of the worst fucking products
you have to go there.
out there in cannabis, you know.
It's not allowed. It's not a product.
Yeah.
I've never recommended ABBA. All right, well, all right. This guy needs to go out. I need to like take him and like get him worked out. So this is Spencer. This is episode 4. We're signing off.
Jose, see you later, guys.
See you guys later, Ramel.